Also, as a good Orthodox, I'd like to provide you with some images to look at as I offer this reflection. Some of them, you will see the purpose of why I'm putting them there. Some of them are, frankly, because I like them. The 20th century, in particular, has seen the development of a theological anthropology in both East and West, which affirms persons as unique, irreducible, and free. Uniqueness and irreducibility go together. Each human person is a unique creation in the image of God, an icon. We are, according to Elisabeth Bersigel, the French Orthodox and feminist theologian, colored by our particular qualities of body, sex, race, and ethnicity, each color contributing to our individual uniqueness as icons of God. As unique icons of God, we cannot be reduced to any single quality, virtue, or way of being, because no single characteristic or set of characteristics can adequately describe who we are. Metropolitan John Zizioulas, most well known for his defense and articulation of personalism and Trinitarian relationality, defends the essential importance of difference among human persons. He declares that a Eucharist which excludes in one way or another those of a different race or sex or age or profession is a false Eucharist. The Eucharist must include all of these, for it is there that the otherness of a natural or social kind can be transcended. A church which does not celebrate the Eucharist in this way, in this inclusive way, risks losing her Catholicity. Yet the Orthodox liturgy does exclude. While all Orthodox Christians are welcome to receive the Eucharist, only male Orthodox Christians are welcome to preside at the Eucharist. Orthodox responses to the question of the ordination of women to the priesthood have changed over the last 4 decades. And I can't possibly review that discussion, which is fascinating. But only 2, at this point, basic objections remain. First, like the Catholic Church, the Orthodox share the presumption that a lack of precedent precludes any possibility of change in current practice. While I do not think that this is an adequate reflection of how we understand tradition, I will not take this up here. It's far too large for 20 minutes. Second is the continued belief that the liturgical symbolism of the priest requires a male body, or as Father Thomas Hopko's phrase, that the priesthood is a, quote, masculine ministry. This assumes, incorrectly, as I argue elsewhere, 20 minutes, remember, that there is something masculine about the priesthood. Further, it creates a one-to-one correlation between the physical body and supposedly gendered characteristics or virtues. The iconic material, in this case the body, dictates the manner in which we relate. My argument is that an Orthodox theology of icons does not support the romanticized complementarity of rigid gender binaries which underlie this theology. Rather, liturgically situated icons envision salvation and theosis in embodied, transfigured persons who are unique, irreducible, and free. In patristic texts, the practice of virtue is central to theosis, or deification. It is the way in which we participate in God. The name God of righteousness, according to Gregory of Nazianzus, refers to virtues and disciplines us to practice them. The intention is, continues Gregory, that by carrying God inside him, a man may have success here and press on all the harder to perfection, towards that affinity with God which comes from the virtues. John Chrysostom argues that the full human person, as defined by Scripture, is the one who is whosoever practices piety and virtue with boldness. Becoming fully human through theosis cannot be envisioned without virtuous acts. because relationship is embodied in our actions towards one another. Virtue characterizes relationships which respect and, when necessary, aid the other. Virtue perfects our relationships with others. Attending to the embodied virtues of the saints reminds us that Jesus came to bring good news to the poor, to proclaim release to the captives and recovery of sight to the blind, to let the oppressed go free, and to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. This is Luke 4. It is not enough to speak of how we are born and how we are to die, but how we live.